basically, JK and Dan started the band, and were looking for a singer for a while. Found me through another band that was like playing locally, and I kind of decided to leave that band and pursue a new band. We started off with 5 members, and when we signed, we kind of lost 2 in the mix of everything. And through touring and through mutual friends, we found 2 really amazing musicians, Ryan and Chris, who filled out the 5 pieces of the band so far. So that's how it worked, and this is how it should have been always. So it's perfect. Well, basically, The Bigger Lights is from Shakespeare's The Tempest. It's a play, and basically, Bigger Lights means like the great unknown. They refer to it like the stars, like the bigger lights, and something, larger than life, something grandiose. And basically, that's where it came from. So it came from Shakespeare's The Tempest.
Yeah, it comes out March 30th of this year, and we have a single that's coming out on iTunes on February 9th called Jessie. Single?
The single's just digital.
Yeah, the single's just digital. Yeah, but it'll be on the actual record that comes out on the 30th. And there's actually a song that's already going around circulation called Queen of Broken Hearts. If you go to thefridaynightboys.net, there's like a tour package that you can download.
Or you can buy the Take Action compilation. It's on
it's on the Take Action comp too, but it's called Queen of Broken Hearts. So it's a 11-song record. It comes out March 30th. We're going to be touring with this Providence next afterwards. We can announce that. It's fine. We're confirmed. Yeah. And then, whatever. By the time this runs, sweet. Yeah. So we're out with this Providence, and that's all we can say for now. But it's going to happen, and that will happen until May, and then after that, yeah. Like, when I was in high school, like, I got teased a lot for it, but it was really funny, like, getting out of high school, I just realized that, like, my last name is, like, such a, like a staple, like, you don't forget it, like, I'm so blessed I'm not with a name like Ryan Smith, or, like, just something that's, like, forgettable,
I think it's of his last name and his personality, like, you don't forget him.
Yeah. So, I think, like, I was, like, ashamed of it growing up, but, you just gotta learn how to love yourself, no matter what the situations are, like, there are, no pun intended, but there are Siemens all over the world, so, but, yeah.
I can't put that.
No, you can't.
When we first signed, we lost our lead guitar player just because he didn't like how busy we were getting, and he just decided that it wasn't for him when we started touring nonstop. Then we lost a drummer about a little over a year ago in December. He just decided that he wasn't gelling with us as well, and we ended up we redid all our entire EP like as a remix just so we could stay touring without a drummer, and we did a tour with Never Shout Never and the Scene Aesthetic, and good friends of ours, the honorary title, and we decided not to stop no matter what. Through that, like, I had played a show with the guys that used to be in this band called Magic Romance that I really looked up to, and when we played with his new band, I just talked to him and talked to him about it, like his band, and when we were looking for a drummer, he said Ryan right off the top of his head when I asked him who was the best drummer he knew that wasn't in a band, and we had about 40 to 50, I think, video auditions for drummers, and Ryan from the beginning was the one that we wanted to be in the band, and it just worked out perfectly with us.
Well, I mean, before that, I was in other bands that I just wasn't like really stoked on. I told myself that like I didn't really want to be in another band unless I found like the perfect members. And so I basically, after I left Iron Ghost, I just basically spent the entire time like just playing with like a lot of bands. Just like a you call it like a hired gun, but like this band really feels like a family. And I just told myself again like I just wouldn't join like a real band ever again unless it was just like all the right components, So it's just like being in that band, like you have to live with those people like 24/7, and it's literally like family. If you don't get along, it's not going to be a fun ride.
So I think like everything's working like in our favor right now. Like the album's about to come out, and yeah, I mean, I agree with Ryan. Like if you're not like in a band where you like love all the members or click, musically and stuff, it's not. You're gonna run into problems, and it's worth it. So that's how it's been so far, and I mean, everything's been working out. So. I think define our sound, like in essence we're like we've talked to the other guys on tour and stuff, and it's just like when you see our live show, it's like we're just a rock band. We have a lot of pop influence, like we listen to a lot of pop, and that obviously comes through, and especially like on the record. But like in essence we're just a rock band. It puts on like a rock and roll show. So. Anyone else?
It's kind of like throwback, like I don't know, we all listen like Aerosmith and Queen and just stuff that we basically grew up on. So
yeah, I mean
stuff.
I think like everyone's always gonna always put a label on something, and I think our EP did come out a little pop punky. We're not a pop punk band, but it definitely sounds that way. It's got a lot of energy, and that's what we wanted for where we were at that point. That's exactly what we wanted, and that's what we've been playing since that came out. But the new record is definitely as all next records should be, a step forward towards what we really wanted to be all along, and we really couldn't be that band without Ryan and Chris. And now that we have Ryan and Chris, we can be that band, and we don't really have any barriers as to what we can play and what we can't play, and who we can be and who we can't be. So now that we are the real final Bigger Lights, like we're able to do a lot more stuff that we wanted to do in the beginning but couldn't. But with the member changes and with the growing of writing of JK and I and everyone's new contributions to the band, and the practice that Dan rigorously puts us through, we've become the band we always wanted to be. So no, I mean we're a rock band in essence with pop influence when it comes to writing. So.
Excuse me, guys. Can I just go to the bathroom real quick?
Patrick. Permission granted. I haven't given you a bottle if you rub me the right way, baby.